What's up, everybody? We are here at Square One in Mississauga today because we are going to be riding every single Brampton Zoom bus from start to finish, the whole network. So to get to the Brampton Zoom buses from Hamilton, the fastest way to do that is to take a bus from the Hamilton Go Center to Square One. They're pretty frequent. There's usually a bus from Hamilton to Square One every 20 minutes or so throughout the day, and it takes just under an hour to get here. So I just went and picked up a coffee at the Starbucks in here. Now, let's see when the next bus leaves. All right, we got 11 minutes, and it looks like we gotta go this way. Okay, this mall is huge. I believe it's the second largest mall in the entire country after West Edmonton. And it is just a maze. Like, if you don't know this place, you're gonna have to look at a map a few times to find your way through. All right, buses are this way. I think that's the food court down there. Oh, they got a Chick-fil-A here. There's not many of those in Canada, so that's pretty cool. And what's this? Some kind of weird looking chandelier. What's that condition people have where they hate like a lot of holes in objects? You don't come here. It's a beautiful skylight though. Nice big plaza area. I feel like there's like a centerpiece missing there. Like there should be a fountain or something. All right, made it out. Got about 4 minutes till the bus gets here, but I don't exactly know where we pick it up from. Nice pedestrianized area here, right outside the mall. Just completely surrounded by nothing but surface parking lots. You love to see it. That's sarcasm. Everyone's waiting here. That's so weird. They got all the pedestrians like waiting for one single car. It's so stupid. 3 minutes, okay. So let's see if we can deduce where it's located. Looks like just at the end of the building here, and then a little bit to the left. Okay. Not seeing it yet. I was thinking it would be maybe at that stop over there. Let's see. Yeah. But wouldn't it be going this way? Oh no, there it is. Oh, that's pretty far away. I wonder why it stops so far. Because this is the bus terminal here. This is where you get the My Way buses. Over there is where you get the Go buses. And I guess the Brampton bus is just way the fuck over there. I ain't missing this for no light. Man, nobody jaywalks in Mississauga. It's crazy. There'll be like no cars on the road at all, and there'll be like 10 people standing there waiting for the light to change. Like, just go, man. Giant condos we have around here. Wouldn't it be so convenient to have these giant condos right next to the giant mall? No, of course not. We gotta have this giant sea of parking that you gotta walk through to get there. So stupid. I bet you most people in these condos drive to Square One right across the street. But here it is. The first Zoom bus of the day, 5:02, going all the way north. Hey there. Thank you. Okay, ooh. These seats are really comfy. Like, even more comfy than the ones in Durham region. These are really good. Oh, I made it just in time too. We're leaving right now. So this is the main like north-south route of the Zoom system. It take us just about an hour to get from this location all the way to the most northern point of Brampton. And on the way, we'll pass by Shoppers World, we'll pass through downtown Brampton. We're gonna take a closer look at these places a little further along in the video because we're gonna use these areas as transfer points, but for now, we're just gonna sail right through to get the whole line done. So weird. We're on like a highway on-ramp to get from one non-highway to another non-highway. Not only to make cars kind of flow better, but also public transit, because this is where the start of the Mississauga Transitway is. It's this big bus-only lane that travels along the highway here all the way to the airport. I don't know much about it, but it seems pretty useful. And that over there, that bridge there that they're constructing, that's gonna be the new Ontario LRT, the Hazel McCallion line. And that's gonna run from Port Credit all the way up to that Brampton Gateway that I was talking about earlier, Shoppers World. So I assume when that opens that this line is probably gonna terminate at Shoppers World instead of going all the way into Mississauga. They actually just announced when it's possibly gonna be completed too. They didn't have a finishing date for the longest time, but they're now saying 2028 is gonna be the completion, which I think is what, 4 or 5 years behind, which is par for the course for Metrolinx, honestly. None of these towers you see here were here 10 years ago. I can guarantee that this development here was spurred because of the LRT, since there's going to be a stop right here. People honestly have no idea the type of money and development that LRTs like this being built can spur. It's why I find LRTs, especially on Ontario, are much more worth it to build than BRTs. I mean, we've seen it along Eglinton, we've seen it here, we've seen it in Kitchener. The amount of development, the amount of housing that gets built around LRTs after they're done is massive. Pretty sure I read somewhere that after the first 2 years of the LRT being open in Kitchener, that it spurred roughly $2 billion in investment to the city. And that was like a $400 million LRT. So that LRT in Kitchener has basically paid itself off already. And I'm really looking forward to the same thing happening in Hamilton as well, once that gets off the ground. It's crazy how we were just surrounded by all those tall towers, and a few blocks later it looks like this. Pray for the car drivers in your life. Heading over the world's busiest highway now. Oh, it's looking somewhat busy today. Why? That's for nothing sure. An LRT accessible Amazon warehouse. You'll love to see it. Honestly, pretty surprised how deep into Mississauga this bus goes, because this is Square One down here. We've gone all the way up here to the 401, and we still got to go all the way up here, and then this is the border to Brampton. It's awesome that it goes so deep into Mississauga. It makes it very convenient for people trying to get to Brampton from there, and there's clearly a good amount of people trying to do that. The bus is only 15 minutes, which isn't that great for an express bus, but a hell of a lot better than some other express buses I've seen. Oh, this LRT is really going to be in the middle of nowhere at some point, eh? I hope we see at least a little bit of development there. Maybe some more medium density, you know, walkable neighborhood. I doubt it. It's going to be 4 80-story condos and a giant sea of parking underneath. Going over the 407 now, the toll highway, which is the highway with some of the highest tolls in all of North America. Basically, the highway was built in the 90s to relieve congestion. Then the Conservative government of Ontario sold the highway to a private corporation, and now they charge us the highest fees ever. See what happens when you sell off government assets to private corporations? Isn't it amazing? We should definitely do more of that. Carney, do more of that. No. We have finally arrived to Brampton, Ontario, one of the fastest growing cities in all of North America. That's right, Pinky Thumb. Brampton is a city defined by its unmitigated growth. Between 1960 and 1980, Brampton very rapidly changed from a rural agricultural farm town into a city of single-family homes and large-scale developments. In only those 20 years, Brampton grew by over 800%, from 18,000 people in 1960 to 150,000 people in 1980. Since then, the growth has slowed, but it's never stopped. By 2000, the city more than doubled its population to 325,000, and later, by 2020, the population doubled again to 650,000. It's estimated that Brampton has grown by another 20% since COVID, and current estimates put today's population around 800,000. Most of modern Brampton's growth comes from immigration, with many of these new Canadians coming from South Asia. In fact, over 50% of Brampton's population is South Asian by origin, giving Brampton the largest South Asian community in North America. Brampton has lots of developable land, lots of industrial jobs, and lots of large single-family homes, all while bordering Canada's largest city. Why move to the city of Toronto when Brampton has more space, cheaper housing, and a better job market right next door? But the City of Flowers isn't all roses. As you'll see in this video, Brampton is a pretty short-sighted and poorly built city, with a lot of problems pertaining to congestion and especially walkability. Here we are at the mall, Shoppers World. World of Shoppers Drug Marts. Pretty big mall in its own right. Ooh, they got a JSC. Nice big bus terminal here too. I guess this is like their version of the Square One. Still very, very car-centric though. You'd be surprised at just how many people use public transit in Brampton. There's roughly 250,000 commuters per weekday that use Brampton Transit, which is actually like double that of cities like Cleveland, which is just insane.
5 minutes later.
Pretty long dwell time at this station here. We've been here like over 5 minutes. The dwell time really shouldn't be this long for an intermediate stop, especially because there was some traffic along the way.
5 minutes later.
Right, we're finally leaving. That was like over 10 minutes of dwell time. Halfway through on one of the busiest routes in the city. That's bad. We're heading into downtown Brampton now, which I believe is the only walkable neighborhood in all of Brampton. Look at these sexy bus shelters they got for Zoom. I'm looking forward to exploring this area later in the video. You got the train station up there to take you to Toronto. Most of the trains stop at Brampton. They don't come in this deep into the city, but some of them do. And that's it. Downtown Brampton is very small. Look at it. Oh, wait. You got some tall towers here, are you? Crazy how many farmhouses we've passed in this area just right outside of downtown. Like that one there, you can kind of tell that this all used to be farmland not too long ago. Right, we're almost there. We just got this little spur up here to do, and then we got to turn back around, and then we're going to get on the next bus at Bovaird. So we're going to go up that spur, and then we're going to come back to this spot right here where we're going to transfer to another route that's going to take us to the airport, Pearson. But there's also a little transfer that we got to do along the way. I think when I counted it, there should be 11 transfers in all today to do everything we got to do. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes. Oh, that's a giant warehouse. Oh, look how far back it goes. Holy shit, I wonder what they do there. This building is ginormous. This was the first of 100,000 buildings this size I would come across today. It's Canadian Tire. Is that like their distribution center? Let me see what it says here on the map. Oh, the map thinks it's a park. Maybe it's like brand new. Maybe they just built it. Because look here, you can see it's just grass. It's just a giant field. But then you go to the satellite view and there's clearly a giant building right there. I think we're almost there. Let's see. Yeah, there's one more stop at the intersection up ahead. And then we get off there at Sandalwood right there. I'm surprised it ends where it does. Like there's more suburbanness to go on. Up, you can go up here to Snellgrove, maybe have a little loop at that intersection. Instead of it seems like it's kind of stopping abruptly here. Maybe all this development up here is brand new and they just haven't had the time to extend the 502 yet, but I believe that it should be extended all the way to the end of the city. I mean, why not? Okay, I think I'm the only one on the bus now. I have a feeling we're just gonna be dropped off in the middle of nowhere, like there's gonna be nothing going on. Oh yeah. This is such a weird place for the bus to end. I don't get it. That's great. The guy literally just like opened the doors, closed them, and we're off. We didn't wait here at all. Oh wait, are we stopping again? Oh no, we are dwelling here. I thought we were leaving. Oh, goddamn. Okay. So what kind of surprised me is that we actually arrived here a little early. We were supposed to arrive at like 1:12 and we arrived at 1:08, so 4 minutes early, despite the fact that we stopped at Shoppers World for like 10 minutes plus for seemingly no reason. You could literally take 10-15 minutes off of this journey by just not dwelling at Shoppers World. Not only that, I'm pretty sure we got leapfrogged by another 502 bus. Like I saw one going ahead of us in the terminal. Like, I think we straight up got leapfrogged there. The Brampton Zoom network is pretty impressive, but I still feel like it's got a long way to go in some regards. At least that's my first impressions. Thank you. So this is Bovaird Street up here. I just gotta find where our stop is. It's gonna take us to Trinity Commons, where we need to hop on the A variant of this bus. I forget the exact number, 505. So this bus goes all the way to Malton Go, the GO station. It's pretty close to the airport, but not quite there. But then there's a 505A that starts at Trinity Commons, which is just a few stops from here. So we're gonna have to get on the bus, take it to Trinity Commons, Oh, I don't like this at all. That's a scary slip lane. Oh my God, 3 seconds. I'm gonna make it. I made it, but now I'm kind of trapped here on this island. These cars are gonna go through. I don't know if I have the right of way or not. It does say yield, so you know what? I'm gonna go. Oh my God, a bus! Holy shit! Bro, that's my fucking bus. Oh my God, please make it, please make it. Oh, please make it. Oh, please. Oh, no way. Yes! Pretty packed, this one. It's not articulated either, so not as much space. I can't believe we made that. How frequent is this bus? Oh my God. We would have had to wait 27 minutes. So we're gonna take this to Trinity Commons. It'll be there at 1:48. And then the A, 39 minutes at 2:13. Oh boy, that's a long wait. Thank you. All right, welcome to Trinity Commons. So we've got a 30-minute wait from here until our 505A bus, which is gonna take us to the end of the route at the airport. So since I'm here and I got nothing better to do, we might as well get some errands done. Got a Canadian Tire right there. All right, let's find some Canadian tires. Oh, this is the wrong way. No backpacks. Let's just ignore that sign for now. I am looking for a scrub daddy. I saw the video on Shark Tank recently on YouTube. And I thought, you know what, that actually looks like a pretty dope product.
I'm known as the cutest daddy in the world.
No wonder it became so popular. I should get my hands on one. I should look for cleaning products, maybe like kitchen stuff. Oh, look at that.
Daddy?
I got 4-packs here, nice. Yeah, get a 4-pack. Let's take a look on the inside. Ooh, they're big. They're bigger than I thought. So the cool thing about these is when you put them into cold water, they become like really firm and stiff. But if you put it into hot water, it becomes very squeezable. So they're very versatile when it comes to doing dishes, which is what I need. Oh, look at this. They even got a little caddy that you can place them in. Oh, hang that up right above where the sink is. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, we are set. I feel like theft is pretty common here. I've never seen these giant glass walls in a Canadian Tire before.
Just a friendly reminder, when you come in the next time, you leave your backpack at the lockers.
Okay.
There's a big sign over there saying no backpacks allowed in the store.
Do the lockers cost anything, or it's
No,
free to
they're
drop it
free.
off in there?
Yep.
Okay.
People are filling them up and walking out with stuff.
All right. Pinky Thumb is now officially a part of the Scrub Daddy gang. I'll have to give you guys a review and tell you how these things work, if it's really worth the hype. Yeah, it works pretty good. They're definitely not lying about the texture changing with the temperature. Get the water nice and warm, soak it all up. It becomes very squishy. Pretty easy to clean stuff off with this. And then the Scrub Daddy itself also cleans off very easily. But then you turn the water cold, you put it underneath, and it really stiffens up. He becomes a real stiff boy. You can use the stiff Scrub Daddy to get even harder stains, like this one here on the oven. There, see? Voila! So yeah, pretty good cleaning tool, I do recommend. Only thing I don't know about it is longevity, like how long is this single brush going to last? Months? Could it even last up to a year, or maybe even more? Who knows? But if you guys subscribe to my channel, I promise I'll let you guys know in the future. Anyway, how much time do we got before the bus? Still about 20 minutes left. Plenty of time. Oh, maybe I'll get a quick bite to eat at Harvey's here. It's a uniquely Canadian fast food chain. I feel like Harvey's has some of the best chicken out of all the fast food restaurants, but the worst beef out of all the fast food restaurants. The best explanation as to what Harvey's is, it's kind of like Subway, but for burgers. So they'll give you like a plain burger. They'll have that salad bar at the front counter, and then you ask them to put stuff on the burger for you. It's basically Subway. Not sure what I'm gonna get yet. Probably a wrap. Harvey's makes your hamburgers a beautiful thing. Got my chicken wrap here. More like a burrito than a wrap, honestly. Okay, I put ranch and barbecue on it. God, I love this chicken. Probably Canadian chicken, that's why it's so good. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Ooh, wrong door. Ah, that was awesome. The guy who was working there saw the mic on my chest and was like, "Are you a live streamer?" I'm like, "No, sir, I'm a YouTuber." I had a great conversation with the young workers in there. If you ever want to have a good time, some good eats in Brampton, come to this specific Harvey's. They get the best customer service. We got 4 minutes. Left a little early just to be safe. There's the, oh, excuse me. There's the Zoom stop there. Don't really want to bring this drink on with me. So I'm gonna chug it. Here it is, 505A, going all the way to the airport. I didn't get to eat my entire wrap. I still got some of it in my bag, so if I ever get hungry along the way today, I got some extra food. Use the washroom while I'm there too, so my bladder's good. We are set for another like 5 hours on Zoom buses. Fun. And they got the bird scooters here like they do in Hamilton. It's kind of odd because Brampton's a very car-centric place. You know, I feel like it'd be pretty dangerous to ride those scooters here. Is cash fare $4.75? Is that what the driver just said? Holy. Thank you. Okay. Looks like the back's pretty full. So just stay here. Same spot as last time. Actually, no. I'm going to go on this side. Oh, we actually see the departure board there. I like how it tells you when the bus is leaving. You don't have to guess or check the app. It'll literally say up there. And it also tells you when you're going to arrive at the final stop. So it says 41 minutes. All right. Off to Pearson. I really like the layout of this bus here, how they have the 2x2 seats there, and then here they face inward instead of it just being like inward all the way down. It's a much better layout than the Hamilton buses, I believe. It lets you have a lot more seats. So we're back down in the Mississauga now. We're just a few blocks away from Malton Go, where the 505 ends, but we're on the 505A. We're gonna be taking that all the way to the airport. And hopefully we can just sit and chill on this bus and not have to get off and just take this back up to where we need to go to get on the next bus. And that next bus we take is gonna be a really long ride. Probably the longest ride of the whole day. So the International Center is right there. I've actually been there quite a lot. It's just whenever I go, I always get a drive from somebody else, and I'm not paying attention while we're driving, so I never knew where exactly it was located, but found it. And then over there, that's the airport there, behind that fence. This must be the end of the runway here, so I guess airplanes just take off right above you there. Oh, that's so cool. I guess this used to be the airport building. Wonder what it is now. That is one giant parking lot. Damn. But it's Ontario, it's not surprising. All right, so this is Viscount Station here. This is where you can get the airport link, which takes you directly to the terminal over there. All right, I haven't been kicked off. So we are gonna be leaving here in about 3 minutes, and we're gonna take this back up to here, back to Steeles. And from there, we're going to ride, what is it, the 511. We're gonna be on this bus for a long time. Let me show you here. We're gonna be taking this bus eastbound here. We're gonna take it all the way over here. This is Humber College here. This is where the Finch West LRT terminates. So we're gonna be taking it to there, and then we're gonna stay on the bus, hopefully, take it all the way back the other way to get the entire route done. Oh my God, it's so long. Okay, all the way to there. And then we gotta stay on it still and take it all the way back around. And then we end up here at Shoppers World again, where we'll then transfer onto our next bus. So we could be on that single bus if we're able to and we don't get kicked off, maybe 2 or 3 hours. It's gonna be so awkward getting to the terminal, staying on the bus, going all the way to the other terminal, and then still staying on the bus. We just gotta make sure we get off at Steeles, we'll get the eastbound. Let's look at the time. How much time is this transfer gonna take? So we're gonna arrive at Steeles at 3:08, and then the next bus to Humber College is at 3:08. Okay, how are we gonna cross the road here? Hold on. So we get off south, and then to get on, it's going to be on the east side of the intersection. Okay, so we don't have to cross the street at all. We just have to turn there. We can actually make this. If this bus is on time, we'll be smooth sailing. There is definitely something going on at the International Center today. It's packed. All right, our bus is a bit early, but I think the other bus is a bit early too, so. Time to run. Thank you. Oh, we could cross through an Esso. Let's go. Take a little car-dependent shortcut here. Easy money. All right, can we talk about how awesome these bus shelters are? I think they're sexy as hell. Maybe the best bus shelters in Ontario. You have this outdoor area here, an indoor seating area, and just aesthetically, I think it's quite beautiful. It's not ugly. It's not like the tacky ones in Kitchener-Waterloo. The design is a little bit tacky. The signage is very bold. There's not that much advertisement. This is like a 10 out of 10 bus shelter here, and it's across the whole Zoom system. Like every single stop on the system has shelters like this. Varying degrees of size, of course, but still the same awesome design. Now, what are my thoughts on Brampton as a whole? I think I'm gonna reserve my judgment for when we get to the city center, because if you were to know my opinion so far, it's not gonna be very pleasant. This may be the single least walkable major city I've ever been to in my life. Like what you're seeing here is basically what I've been seeing on the bus for the past 3 hours. It really doesn't change, it's just all this. And then suburbs that are guarded by giant sound walls on every street. Why people would prefer this lifestyle over an urban lifestyle, I'll never understand. On the plus side, I think this is really a testament to how incredibly good Brampton's transit is. The fact that this area is so incredibly car dependent, yet the public transit here has double the ridership of Cleveland, like that's insane. The fact that a city as car dependent as this has such a vast and well-funded express network that's pretty frequent and gets used a lot, it's honestly kind of surprising. Thank you. Back on the articulated bus. Sit right here, right beside the door, even though we're not getting off for like 2 hours. All right, we should be there in 15 minutes or so, and we'll stay on this bus, go all the way back to the other end of the city, and then back to the shopping center. Probably just gonna be a lot more of this, a lot of this for 2 hours. It is very interesting just how much use this transit system gets. 50 million riders a year. At Airport Road Stop, we were waiting to get on this bus. There was like 10 people at the bus stop, and it was like in the middle of nowhere. Let me know in the comments why you think Brampton is so unique in that regard. How does the city get such high ridership? Compare it to Hamilton, for example. Hamilton is like an actual urban city, you know? It has almost half the ridership that there is here. Crossed over past the Toronto border now. We are in Toronto. It's pretty awesome how interconnected the Zoom system is with nearby cities. The system goes pretty deep into Toronto, into Vaughan, and into Mississauga, especially Mississauga. Makes it way easier to get from city to city. I mean, heck, this route right here connects directly to rapid transit at the Finch West LRT. Not the best rapid transit, but rapid transit nonetheless. There's Humber College. Big college. It's a pretty big terminal here, actually. Oh, am I the only one on the bus? I am the only one on the bus. Okay, I think I gotta get up. Damn, not in service. Okay, so when's the next bus? Where do I get on the bus? Oh, I see a Zoom bus on the other side there. Maybe it's there. Huh. This is kind of a crappy design for a bus station. There's no way to like cross to the other side. You gotta step up here and walk in the mud. Guys, this is a little ridiculous, don't you think? Oh, there's a bus leaving over there, isn't there? Damn it. Okay, then I gotta cross here. This is pretty unsafe. Take back what I said. This is not a very well-built terminal. It's big, but it's not well built. Okay, so there goes that bus. That's unfortunate. Could have caught that. If we would have run over, if I would have known what was going on, I could have saved about 10 minutes there, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm curious if we can find real quick before the bus leaves where you get the Finch West LRT. Okay, I think it's that white building over there past the parking lot. It's weird, it looks like they got this section for a bus stop, but it clearly says no buses on there. Weird, I wonder what that area is for. I wonder why they built the Finch West LRT so far away from the college and the bus terminal. Like, wouldn't it be cool to have it like underground and have it right here, or even just like just pull up right here? The 511C. Wait, does that go to the end of the route? No, it doesn't. It only goes to Sheridan. Okay, so we might as well just wait 10 minutes for the next one then, because that goes to the actual end of the route. Oh, that's really too bad we didn't make that bus then. Do a little walk around the campus while we wait here. How much time we got? 9 minutes. And then that will get us to the end of the route at 5:15. How long is this? Oh, it's 1 hour, 20 minutes. Holy, okay. Doing this might actually take longer than the whole Hamilton to Oshawa video. I wouldn't be surprised. It is a pretty widespread express network. Gotta hand it to Brampton. It smells weird here. Like sour candy, but not. Huh. What the hell are they doing at the Innovation Center to create such a smell? Is this the campus? This is kind of shitty. There must be like an actual like grassy campus with trees somewhere, right? It's not just a bunch of big buildings and parking lots, is it? Found a little alleyway over here. This looks kind of cool. Big puddle though. Looks like we're gonna have to jump. Okay, this is more like it. This is more like it. Pretty small area, but it'd be a cool place to chill after class. Maybe get a little work done on the benches. Nice, okay, so Humber isn't all bad. There are some good parts. Now let's get back to this bus before I miss it. Ow, I hit my hand on the wall while doing that jump. This is weird. Usually at a bus terminal, you give pedestrians right away. But I guess if they want the buses to stay on time, maybe this is better. It's good for efficiency, but I also feel like it could be pretty unsafe. Like someone not paying attention could just cross right in front of a fucking bus and die. There's our bus there, all the way to Liscargo Station. There's so many transit agencies here. There's the Zoom, the Brampton Transit, you got YRT, My Way Transit, you have TTC. Leaving already? Good stuff, okay. Just about 1 hour 20 to Liscar. This is a really busy bus stop for being like surrounded by nothing. Friggin' water park. Didn't know they had a water park here. That's pretty dope. We're at Airport Road here, so this is where we got on to go the other way. We're gonna keep going, take this all the way to Liscar. Right, heading into Bramerley Go here. This is the busiest Go stop in Brampton. A lot of the trains on the Kitchener line will terminate here. And there's a Go train to Toronto right there. Damn, big bus terminal. And that parking garage over there, I believe that's really new. Like they just finished construction a few years ago. I mean, I hate big parking lots like that, but it is pretty sexy. Just leaving Sheridan College now. That's where the 511C would have ended if we stayed on that bus from before. This bus stops at Sheridan, but it still goes all the way to the end of the line at Liscar. So we're almost there. We're about 4.5 hours into this so far from getting on our first bus at Square One. And that does concern me a little bit because one of the express buses that we're taking later in the day stops running around 7 p.m. So I'm gonna have to take a look at the schedules and make sure that we still have time to make that express bus before it stops running for the day. Other than that, I believe we're past the halfway point here. I really doubt it's gonna take another 4.5 hours to do the whole thing. But you never know, there's still a lot of transfers. Less ground to cover overall, but a lot of transfers to go through. Holy crap, we were waiting at that light for like 5 minutes. Like, how does it take that long waiting at a light to turn? Crazy. God, we're going so fast now. Wish we went this fast the whole time. This stop here is called Financial, so you'd think there'd be like a business park or something nearby, maybe some office towers, but oh, Brampton. Damn, this Amazon warehouse is even bigger than the last one. Look at that. Holy. Amazon taking over this city. I think I'm the only one on the bus right now. Yeah. I love being alone on a bus. You can just sit and chill. This bus was packed earlier, like around between Humber College and Shoppers World. It was like standing room only the whole time. Every seat was taken. So I didn't record too much on board because there was someone sitting next to me almost the whole time I've been on here. But yeah, this bus sucked. This is the worst bus so far. Let me explain. So we leave Humber College and then the entire way, all the way to Shoppers World is nothing but stop and go traffic. Stop and go, stop and go. We're going like maybe an average speed of 15 kilometers an hour on this 80 kilometer an hour road. No one was going anywhere. Then we get to Shoppers World and then the bus does the same thing that the 502 did earlier. It stopped at Shoppers World for like 5 minutes. Had a little layover halfway through the route. I don't get why it does that. This whole system is in such dire need of bus lanes, yo. It would transform the system overnight. The entire time, I don't think I've seen a single bus lane in the whole system. And the roads are surely wide enough to support it. I mean, some of these roads are 4 or 5 lanes. You could dedicate one of them to the bus. It would make this system so much faster and efficient, and it would gain even more ridership because of it. Like, it already has incredible ridership. But honestly, with some small improvements, they could definitely bump that ridership up a lot. When cars are stuck in traffic and they see the bus in the bus lane flying by them, it's gonna convince them to maybe give it a try. And I think that's the biggest takeaway so far of this journey today, is that Brampton very badly needs and deserves good bus lanes, because you guys absolutely have the ridership to support it. And it would make getting through this spread out city so much faster. Right, we're approaching Liscargo here. Liscargo. And we can add another transit agency to the list of transit agencies that Brampton connects to, because there's actually a bus stop for Milton Transit here at this GO station. I don't think we're technically in Milton, I think we're still in Brampton, but we are very close. There it is. Big surface parking lot, no apartments nearby, classic GO station. All right, now let's hope I can make it to the bus in time, because it should be leaving. Oh my God, it's leaving right now. Thank you. I don't know why I stopped over here, but okay. All right. Oh, it's right there. Oh, it's right there. Perfect. Sexy. Sexy, sexy, sexy. After riding buses for 5 hours, I'm kind of losing my mind. Still got quite a bit of time to go. More mind to lose. Oh, thank you. So we hopped on here, we're leaving right away. It's awesome, no dwelling time. we could just go straight back to Shoppers World. I do want to make it clear that I do absolutely love doing this. Like, I'm enjoying this a lot. Getting out of my comfort zone and seeing cities that I would never ever see otherwise. Making videos like this has been so much fun for me. And even though I may complain about how long it takes sometimes, there really isn't anything I'd rather be doing because I love buses and I love transit. This is the third Amazon we've passed. All right, we're back at Shoppers World. We got a close transfer coming up. Like, that's it right there. That's my bus right there, that 502. So we made it. Same as the first bus of the day. Too bad we won't have enough time to explore Shoppers World. I bet it's like every single other mall we've seen on this channel. Hopefully the bus doesn't just sit around for 10 minutes again. Hopefully we just get right going. Got a map of the whole system here. And there is a lot of routes. I'll give them that. Brampton's got quite the in-depth transit system. Back on the 502, and I'll explain what we're doing when we get on the bus. Thank you. Thank you. Never mind, the bus was full. That's okay, Trevor, I'll explain it here. So my original plan was to take the 502 all the way back up to Bovaird, go west on the 505, then transfer to the 561 and ride that back to downtown. However, the 561 stops running around 6:30, so I decided to get off early and ride the 561 from downtown just in case we missed it later. But it does mean we add one extra transfer. All right, so unfortunately, I missed my bus by about 2 minutes. The bus was late. There's a lot of traffic in downtown Brampton right now. Frequency is only every 30 minutes, so I'm gonna have to wait 30 minutes for the next one. So let's check out downtown. Let me find where I'm getting my bus first. I think it's up here. All right, we're at the Brampton Innovation Go Station. It's so strange how they call their downtown the Brampton Innovation Area. Like, no. Dense cities are not innovative. They've existed for centuries. The true innovation is in the other parts of the city, if you want to call it that. Oh, there's the buses down there. Okay, I guess I go through here. I guess they're doing construction on the bus terminal. Where do we get the bus then? There's the 501 that we're going to be getting later, but where's the 561? That's the one we need right there in 24 minutes. Okay, the bus stop's actually pretty far away. It's not really in this area. It's about 2 blocks down that way. It's kind of a weird change. I mean, they got room to put it right here, right? Anyway, it gives us some time to explore, walking around all this god-awful traffic. It is really bad here. Like, it took us almost 10 minutes to just get through the downtown portion from Gage Park up there. What bus is that? Is that like a ride you got to request on your phone or something? It's all electric. Ooh, fancy. It's a nice downtown here. I kind of wish they would widen the sidewalks a bit, maybe get rid of this street parking. I mean, with how much traffic is here, it'd probably be better to have 2 lanes for cars, or better yet, have a car lane there and then have a bus lane on the other side. Aren't I a genius? Because no one's gonna take the bus unless they have to, if everyone has to go through traffic like this. But you give the bus its own dedicated lane, it goes zooming past all those cars, and everybody in the car is gonna think to themselves like, huh, maybe I should be taking the bus too. And then more people take the bus, and then less people are on the road, so there's less traffic for everybody. I guess Brampton City Council doesn't see things that way though. Ooh, look at this. What a nice little pedestrian alleyway we got here. Some bike parking, some seating at this restaurant. Beautiful. It does come out to a parking structure, which is a little less beautiful. And then over here, where that bus is right there, I think that's where we're getting our bus, the 561. Yeah, I see the red sign there. We'll come back here in about 20 minutes. So we don't really have a lot of time in downtown Brampton, so I'm just gonna speed walk so we can discover as much as possible in the short amount of time we have. It's crazy that for a city of nearly 700,000 people, this is like literally the only walkable neighborhood in the whole place. Brampton doesn't have to be a sprawling mess of insane traffic in suburbs. Brampton chose this for itself. They looked at this beautiful city center here and said to themselves, none of this, please, thank you. I like how in this poster you got all the fake businesses at the back there, and one of them is the Wee Smoke Shop. Not Weed Smoke Shop, Wee. Yeah, it should be no surprise that the traffic is this bad in downtown Brampton. Considering how much of the city was built as car dependent, as suburbs, this is just the logical conclusion of that. If Brampton would have built more walkable neighborhoods for itself instead of sprawling suburbs, it wouldn't have the traffic we have here, and there'd probably be even better public transit. Honestly, it's shocking how many people use public transit here. It's not any better than driving. I assume most people that take the bus here are just people who have to. You know, like students who don't own a car yet or people who can't afford a car. It's really too bad because Brampton is growing so rapidly, and instead of choosing to build vibrant, walkable neighborhoods, they're choosing to build suburban hellscapes. So likely for the foreseeable future, traffic is going to increase and continue to get worse unless Brampton changes how it builds its city. Because I believe we should have more places like this. This is Garden Square here, a giant walkable plaza in the middle of downtown Brampton.
And we are so excited about this. We are just so excited. And we'll talk more about it when we go inside. Through the temporary expansion, though, which is what I'm talking about, the space will grow to include upgraded granite surfaces, lighting, seating, and a versatile, flexible space for programming.
That's so cool. They're actually talking about upgrades to the square itself. And then that's it. This is basically the edge of downtown Brampton. It's such a small, dense place. Like you can walk from one side of downtown Brampton to the other in 10 minutes. It's so sad for such a big city that this is really the only piece of urbanism you really get. I don't know, maybe people in Brampton really do prefer things this way. Maybe if you live in Brampton, you don't like walkable neighborhoods. You hate them. You want to be able to drive everywhere all the time, even if it causes massive traffic jams. You want arterial roads to be like 4 lanes wide. You want to pay extra taxes so all of this is possible. Maybe those are just the type of people that live in Brampton. But if you're like me and you love dense urban neighborhoods with walkable streets and beautiful legendary local businesses, bar crawls and many options for entertainment, and a safe pedestrian environment with lots of traffic calming, then you should probably stay as far away from Brampton as possible, except for maybe this neighborhood. There it is, the 561 Zoom Queen West to Mount Pleasant Go. 4 more buses we gotta take. This is number 1 out of 4. So let me show you guys what we're gonna go through here. We're gonna be taking the 561 down here, and then up here, and then over here, and then it's gonna terminate right here. That's where we're gonna get on the 505, the second bus we were on today. And we're gonna take that all the way to where we got on it, right here at Ontario. If you remember, we took this bus up this way, so now we're gonna be coming from this way, complete that section. We're gonna take the 502 again, we're gonna take it back down into downtown Brampton yet again, where we will get the 501 Queen, which is the busiest and most frequent route on the network. And we're gonna take that all the way to Vaughan Metropolitan Center, right there. And at that point, we will have ridden every single meter of Zoom. It's been just over 6 hours. I think we have about 2 hours to go till we're done, maybe a little bit more. But honestly, overall, this was a lot of fun. I love experiencing new cities that I've never been into before, even if it's not the type of city I would ever live in, the type of city where I find their infrastructure and their development to be kind of abhorrent. But who am I to judge? It's not my city. Like I said, maybe people really do enjoy being in traffic all the time. I mean, you get to be in a private enclosed space with your friends, you could blast some music. There's fun to be had in cars, in traffic. You guys gotta let me know in the comments, what city should I do next? Well, there's Mississauga, there's Durham region, and I'm willing to go to other parts of the country too, so let me know, if you're from Halifax or Calgary, if you want me to visit your city, hit me up in the comment section. Don't text me. It's surprising how crowded this bus is, given it's the last bus of the day. They named a station after James Potter. And this bus was like completely full just a second ago, but then everyone got off at that last stop and we're not even like 30% of the way there. But it should be quick at least, as long as there's no traffic. We should be there in about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even less. But there was a pretty bad traffic jam back there. They were doing construction on the road, so one of the lanes was closed, so there was only one lane for traffic. It took a while to get through there. These are the types of houses we're building in a housing crisis? Are you fucking kidding me? And of course, a shitty suburb creates a shitty mall with shitty giant parking lots. It's just a never-ending feedback loop of car dependency. Let me know, guys, can you tell where the greenbelt begins? I'm really not sure. Look at that giant tower next to the McMansions. This is a very Mississauga-esque clip. Right, we're approaching the Mount Pleasant GO station now. This is like, what, the third or fourth GO station we've been at today? From here, we transfer onto the 505, which is gonna get us to the 502 back at Main Street. I hope that's not the bus leaving there. It is, look at that. Okay, when's the next one? 505, 12 minutes. Okay, not the worst wait in the world. Oh, there's a GO train coming in. We got the GO train. I love how every bus has a window at the back. I think Hamilton should get the new flyers with the windows next time we make an order. Ooh, almost. Need the back door too. Oh, okay. I getcha. No problem, thank you. That was so cute. There was a kid on that bus there and he saw the train and he was like, oh my God, a double-decker train. That was so cute. That was me as a kid. So we got like 10 minutes to quickly take a peek at this GO station here. Oh, there goes the train. I guess it's going further. All the way to Kitchener, presumably. I don't think it goes any farther than Kitchener right now. I know they are extending this line to go all the way to Stratford in the summer. And yes, don't you worry, I have a video planned for that. There she goes. Okay, so there's no actual like station building. That over there, that's just like an electrical building. That's too bad. I like stations with actual stations. Look at this, transit-oriented development at a regional train station. Are we still in Ontario? Let's see, where can you go on a GO bus from here? You can get to Guelph. It's basically just Guelph. Yeah, it's just Guelph. Oh, there's another sign. Oh, there's a bus that goes to Union too, and one that goes to York Mills, one that goes to Brampton GO, I guess. Okay. All right, there's the 505. Third to last bus. Pick a nice comfy spot right here. I'll be very happy when this is over. I'm having fun, but I'll be having more fun when this is over. Back on Main Street. Oh, we just missed the light. When it comes to cities, cars are the least effective and efficient method of transportation. Just goes to show you. Thank you. Oh, and this stop is so far away too. Look how far we are from the intersection. Go get a drink at Circle K, since we got a little bit of time to kill now. Here we go. Oh my God, it is expensive. Even the no-name brand is $2 for a bottle of water. Fucking. My local convenience store at home, you could get a bottle like this for 75 cents. This place sucks so much. I hate walking here so much. Who would want to live here? I don't know, not me. This is like the 50th fucking power center we've come across today. Good God. This feels like the polar opposite of the Kitchener-Waterloo video I did. In that city, I was genuinely surprised and taken aback at how good some of the urbanism was in certain places. Here, I'm surprised at the complete lack of urbanism anywhere. Aside from those like 4 square blocks in downtown Brampton, there is no pedestrianization or walkability at all. This feels like Canada's Houston. and that's not a compliment. I was expecting to maybe see some cute little pockets of urbanism here and there, some underrated places, but from what we've seen today, it's just literally all this. All right. We are on the penultimate bus. There is one more to go. We have ridden through every single Zoom bus from start to finish, every single one on the system, except for the busiest one. So let's go do that, get to Toronto, get on the subway, and I will go home and sleep. All right, we are one stop away, and our bus that we gotta take's in 3 minutes. It's there waiting at the terminal for us. I'm pretty sure that was one of the only stops that wasn't out of service at that terminal. I believe it's just in the same place it would normally be, so let's hope. There's those big condos going up, those big, big boys. Thank you. Okay, where do I think it's this way. We gotta go like around. Excuse me. Where's it? No. Can't get through that way, so we gotta go over here. Looks like the traffic's let up a little bit. I bet there's a lot of people who say they hate downtown Brampton specifically because of all the traffic, when the reason the traffic is so bad is because Brampton's a sprawling mess of nothingness. Okay, it's not that way. Oh yeah, we made it. The last bus. This is it. 501. Thank you. We're here. We're going. It's over. What an accomplishment, riding every single Zoom route from start to finish. All in one day. It only took just under 9 hours, but we're doing it. The last bus. 501 Queen. The route this bus takes is actually kind of crazy. Only half of it is actually in Brampton. The other half is in Vaughan. It goes through Vaughan to the center of Vaughan, the Vaughan Metropolitan Center. Ooh, that's a cool bus. Sorry, I saw one of those Argo buses again. What is that? I'm gonna look that up right now, actually. Argo Transit is a 12-month, $10.9 million pilot project in downtown Brampton, providing on-demand, fully electric and accessible curb-to-curb or near-door shuttle service from 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Huh, interesting. That's different. Personally, I don't really like on-demand transit that much, but this is kind of a neat idea. Most of this type of transit you see is in like really suburban areas that don't really have bus connections at all, or they have a very weak bus network, but to use it in a dense populated area kind of makes sense. It's interesting. I wonder how much it would cost to use the service. I bet it's a lot cheaper than an Uber. If you live in Brampton and you used Argo before, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Is this where the density has been hiding the whole video? Look, there's even a tower up there. This is like by far the densest street we've been down so far. Like, this is not like the other stroads we've been on. This one seems actually semi-walkable. Wow. Oh, what, you thought we were actually gonna get into some good urbanism? Nah, here's another power center for you. All right, we're about to cross the line into Vaughan right about now. We are out of Brampton for the last time. And now we're in Vaughan for the first time. Look at how pink the sky is. I guess the sky is just different in Vaughan. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? For the first time in this entire journey today, We're riding in bus lanes. Mind you, they're not Brampton's bus lanes. It's just running in the Viva bus lane in Vaughan. Which is so stupid that Vaughan has like so many bus lanes going all over the place, but like barely any buses, barely anybody riding buses. Meanwhile, in Brampton, they got 50 million people per year riding the bus, and there isn't a bus lane to speak of. See, Brampton, this is what you're missing. 70mm IMAX theater. We're almost there. This doesn't seem real. Like, I feel like we still got like 6 buses to take. Is that not the coolest movie theater you've ever seen? I saw Oppenheimer there when it was out in 70mm. The greatest experience in a theater I've ever had. It was so cool. There's the 407 there. I'll be coming back to that to get my bus home. Right, everyone just got off the bus to get to the subway here, but there's one more stop. And we gotta get to every stop, right? I'm not gonna get off one stop early. Imagine if we went to every Zoom stop except for one. I would literally die. I am exhausted. I am so tired right now. It takes a lot of energy riding buses for 9 hours. It's some good exercise. But again, I love doing this. And one of the best parts about it is that euphoria you feel when you get to the end of the challenge. I see a lot of comments confused about why I do this. Why would anybody in their right mind want to ride buses for 9 hours? And honestly, even if I wasn't recording, I'd still be doing shit like this. I love exploring cities. It's my favorite thing in the world. Even the bad cities. And I can't wait to read the comments after this video too to help me decide what city I should tackle next. All right, we're pulling into the bus terminal here. It is a beautiful bus terminal. One of the nicest ones in Ontario. I've been here many times before. Canada's Wonderland, the biggest amusement park in the country, is not too far from here. And to get here from Hamilton, I usually bus up to 407, take the subway to Vaughan, and then take a local bus from this terminal right here. We getting off here? Thank you very much. Have a good night. Woo! Okay, it is 8:46. So this took just under 9 hours to do the whole thing. Goddamn. YRT's only been around since 2001. You learn something new every day, I guess. Oh, is my backpack open? Yes, it is. See, I told you guys this bus terminal was beautiful. Look at this. It's very spacious too. There's a lot of room. They got this weird thing in the middle. I don't know what that's all about. So there you have it. That is every single Zoom bus line reaching every single stop on every single route. I did really like downtown Brampton. I think it is a very beautiful place, despite the fact that it is very small. They make good use of the small amount of space they got. Everywhere else in Brampton is kind of just a write-off. I'm sorry. I know that it may be mean, but seriously, what are your thoughts? Do you disagree with me? Do you think Brampton is an amazing place all around? Maybe you hate downtown and you love everything else about Brampton. Maybe you're the exact opposite of me, but I want to hear it in the comments. Let me know. All right, now I gotta head down to the train and ride the TTC subway one stop. We're not even going into Toronto with it. Oh, my legs are killing me. I don't know if it's because of all that running to catch transfers, or if it's just from sitting on the bus all day, I don't know. Pretty little hallway, I like the colors. Very nice. It's a pretty long hallway. Can't stop thinking about how badly Brampton needs bus lanes. You guys really need them bad. We have to kind of cross sideways and come down this way. I don't know why I don't just put an entrance on the other side like that. All right. Sounds like a train's leaving. That's fine. The bus I gotta take from 407 station isn't for like another 25 minutes, so I got plenty of time. Actually, is there a washroom in here? I think it's on the other side of the fare gates, actually. Never mind, I'll just use the one at 407. Oh yeah, look at that. This is my second video in a row.
Subway service on a portion of line 2 between Woodbine and Kennedy
Fuck you, I'm trying to do a thing. This is the second bus video in a row that's ending with a surprise train. These seats are much less comfy than the ones on the bus, but I'll manage. It's one stop. Going from that dot to that dot. It's weird how for the first time ever, the World Cup is gonna be in this city. And no one seems to care. 2026 is a weird year. I swear there was more buzz for the World Cup 4 years ago when it wasn't here than the one this year. We are arriving this side. I'm so tired. Is this part gonna be in the video even? I don't know. All right, welcome to Highway 407 station. Maybe the most overbuilt train station on the whole TTC network. I mean, fucking look at how huge this is. This is for like a couple thousand people a day. What the hell? Like, look at this giant bowl right here. Like, it looks so cool, but like, why here? There's so many stations suffering from overcrowding, and then the biggest stations with the most room are the ones that get the least amount of use. It's so deep. Why is this station so deep? Look, you gotta go all the way from down there, and then you're only halfway up. And just look at this giant foyer. Every time I've walked through this foyer, I've been the only person here. That's like the one exception. This station is the definition of overbuilt. I mean, come on. We have the budget for these transit projects, but just stop fucking building them like this. Hamilton go 9:18. Gets me home at 11. Did it have a platform? 9:15, 10. Platform 10. Okay. This is a very beautiful bus terminal. I don't really mind this being overbuilt as much, since this is probably a place people are gonna wait like half an hour or more for their bus. So the large amount of space, the tall ceilings, it makes a lot more sense here, but a lot less so down there. Damn, look at the skyline of Vaughan. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video. We did it. We goddamn did it. We rode every damn Zoom frickin' bus. It was pretty slow, surprisingly. It wasn't very Zoom. In closing, I think Brampton, honestly, for the type of city it is, has an absolutely outstanding transit network. Obviously, I think the way the city has been built overall is pretty terrible, but Brampton Transit makes good use of the terrible infrastructure. You would never expect a city that is this built upon car dependency to have this much transit ridership. And a big reason for that is the frequency. I always talk about frequency being like the most important thing when it comes to transit and getting people to use transit. No one wants to stand there and wait 20, 30 minutes for a bus when they could just drive and leave instantly, right? The fact that the Queen Street Express bus can have frequencies of up to 6 minutes at rush hour is pretty damn awesome. But I feel there's still a lot of work to be done to make the transit in Brampton better. The biggest and easiest thing they could do is bus lanes. Overnight, everything would change. The buses would never get stuck in traffic again, and it would be a godsend to the transit users of Brampton. And it would cost like little to nothing too. You've already got the rapid transit set up. You just gotta paint the road and there you go. We need Vaughan's transit infrastructure with Brampton's transit frequency. If Brampton can do that, they're gonna have a stellar transit system on their hands. In the next 20 years, Brampton is expected to hit a population of over 1 million and potentially beat Ottawa to become the second largest city in Ontario. And unless you want your commute within the city to be over 2 hours long, more is gonna have to be done for public transit in Brampton. Brampton needs to start inching away from car dependency, build more transit-oriented developments, and put in some goddamn bus lanes. That is the only way that Brampton is gonna make it to 1 million people without causing obscene amounts of congestion. Stop building suburbs outwards and start building transit-oriented developments inwards. And Brampton could be one of Canada's greatest cities.